Hey guys, welcome to the Hot Rod Hangout YouTube channel, and also this is a podcast. We're trying something new in 2025, but we wanted to hop on here, tell everyone that we're so grateful for everybody's support throughout 2024. Some big changes coming for the channel. We're actually going to start posting stuff. Try something new. We really appreciate everyone liking, comment, and sharing it. If you haven't subscribed, go do all that YouTube stuff. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you're more than welcome to go watch the YouTube video and see Ashley's pretty face and my ugly mug. So basically, want to just hop on here, recap 2025 or 2024 rather, and kind of tell you what 2025's hopefully going to bring us. So, as most of you know, we are a little over a year into this podcast. The YouTube channel's existed because I just changed it from my personal one to this page. But we're going to get better at posting YouTube videos. I'm going to make a commitment to that. Y'all have seen some projects on the channel, on the podcast. You've heard us talk about them. There's been some recent developments. We're not going to go into graphic details, but I will be getting back on that, on the car that is currently named Snow White. The name is probably going to change to get rid of some of the bad omens that have come along the way with it. But looking forward to hopping back on that. I'm going to take you along for that build. Building the frame rails, running new cross members, laying out the suspension. Don't know if it's going to be the right way or my way, but
we'll figure it out.
We'll get her done. Redoing the floor, redoing the interior. If you're on the Instagram, seen I got a bead roller. Santa Claus brought me a bead roller. Thanks again, Mom and Dad. And I'm not half bad at it. So the more I do it, the better I'll get at it. Obviously, it wasn't perfect, but definitely I was super pleased with how the first panel come out. It was just a test panel, and that was steel. So everyone tells me that steel is harder to do than aluminum. The door panels and most of the interior panels will be aluminum. Obviously, the floor will be steel. Behind us will be steel. You'll have to stay tuned for those videos when they start coming out. But this video is not about showing off the cars. You've seen the cars. I really just wanted to hop on here and kind of tell y'all what to expect for 2025. So we're still going to be going live every Tuesday. Still going to record a podcast every Thursday. We're going to try to film the podcast. That's part of why we're doing this, to test to see if maybe this will work. I've noticed a lot of the podcasts, especially automotive stuff, they actually have video on Spotify. So if we can figure out how to upload the video, then our podcast will be video and audio on those platforms. So my question to Ashley, I brought it up to her and I said, well, please think about, a couple of things that you want to accomplish in 2025. So I'm going to go through mine real quick. Our show, The Hangout, our first attempt is this weekend. It's Saturday, 10 to 4 at Big Daddy Don Garlett's in Bellevue, Florida. It's looking like it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time. There's a whole bunch of raffle prizes, a set of bags, some cleaning supplies, because, most car guys wash their car. Or at least the tow pig, as mine sits out there disgusting. But
we won't talk about that.
Some show shirts, some show merch. We're going to do a raffle for 50/50, benefiting the Ryland Strong Network. When we started to think about doing it, I didn't know everything that was going to be involved. As many car shows as we go to, I was like, oh, you just call somebody up, say, hey, I want to do a car show, and they're like, yeah, of course we want you to do a car show, and you do it. The behind the scenes for people that put on more than one car show a year, you're a godsend. The price that people want for a day, we were very fortunate, and Don Garlitz gave us a very sweet deal. We appreciate him and everyone associated with the Don Garlitz Drag Race Museum. But porta potties and trying to get merch together, and for y'all that don't know, Ashley is our merch department. I'm the ugly model that wears the guy apparel, and I try to sling it the best I can on TikTok and Facebook and all those places. But Ashley is pressing the shirts. You know, she does the design work for getting layouts right anyway. We're looking forward. We're going to offer after the new year. We ran out of time with everything else going on, but we're going to offer some hoodies for y'all that live not in the state of Florida.
Even in the state of Florida, it's chilly right now.
For Ashley type people that wear a hoodie in 70-degree weather. And yes, it's 70.
It's 69. It's 70. I don't need a sweatshirt.
Oh, okay. But so really excited. I don't want to go into details on why the Model A didn't get done. Don't want to go into details on how all that happened. Just know that we are focused more on the content, and that car is now going to be content for our channel. Looking forward to doing the car the way I want it. Looking forward to getting it laid out. It will still be on the ground. It will still be channeled. It will still have hidden air ride. That's not changing. Pretty much everything else is. I'm going to redo the interior. We're going to do some bead rolling. So you'll get to see some mess ups, some successes, some that's really good for your first time. All the bead roll panels will be bolted in, so I will probably take them out and redo them eventually as I get better. But it's going to be a driver, not going to win a show car. The reason that the name may change is there's a little bit of bad omens there, and I really don't want the car to be painted. So we'll cross that bridge when it comes time for that. We're nowhere near paint. So with that being said, what's one thing that you hope 2025 brings for either the podcast or for you?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is, just learn what I can of building on the Model A. I mean, there's so much that I still don't know, that this whole thing is going to be a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
Because Michelangelo, other than maintenance, I don't think we need to get much done on him until we get the podcast car going.
Yeah, the Model A is obviously, first burner, because Michelangelo runs and drives. But, hopefully, not putting a hard deadline on it, but hopefully next year, if Saturday goes good, we do another show. Hopefully both cars will be at that show, and we'll be starting to get some ideas on how you want to lay out your car. And
we have some ideas, but
yeah, Well, I mean, for anyone that doesn't know, the Model A is going to be like the grungy hot rod. No windows, obviously no AC, lower than whale shit. You know, dual 4-barrel on a tunnel ram, kind of rough around the edges, but also, you know, kind of cleans up well. And Michelangelo is going to be more the, I mean, it's never going to be a California Duster trophy hunter show car, but it'll be a little ragged with covering up some good parts. You know, we're going to go through the suspension. Ashley hasn't figured out whether she wants to go air, hydraulic, static. I can't convince her to put it on like a Cummins chassis or something, so no lifted. We know that it's not an option, but everything else is still on the table. But redoing the interior,
and to redo the seats, because right now the Mexican blankets are just kind of thrown in there, not actually upholstered to the seat.
Yeah, just basically make some cleanups and
doing the headliner, so we stop having rust fall on our heads when we're going down the road.
And then there's a little bit of body work, and by then with the Model A build, by then we should be able to weld in some patch panels and actually make them look pretty decent, because there's going to be some welding on the Model A. Thin sheet metal.
Sheet metal.
Which I was actually talking to Zach Parks, Wire Custom, shout out to him last night, and he was kind of giving me a little bit of tips for welding on the sheet metal, on why every time I touch it with my welder, it just decides to blow out. Which didn't have the gas set when I did the one patch panel that I tried to do on it, so that'll help. And also, you know, he gave me a couple tips and tricks and stuff like that, and that's kind of, you know, my goal for 2025 in a nutshell is, you know, we didn't know anything really about how to podcast. We didn't know anything about what we needed, how to go about it. We kind of just struck out, and not literally struck out. I think we did a kick-ass job, but you know, we kind of just, all right, let's do this, which kind of seems to be how we do stuff. You know, usually it's my brainchild. I come up with something and then we figure out how to do it. I'm very fortunate, and Ashley doesn't know I'm fixing to say this, but I'm very fortunate that I have a wife that allows me to play with cars. She understands that I am a car, so that is one thing that I didn't say before that I would like to accomplish in 2025. I'd like to get a little bit more balance. With it being our first year, every time we went out, you know, I always had a podcast shirt on, podcast hat. If I seen a car, I would go out of my way. If I seen somebody that looked like they may be interested in cars, I'd go out of my way to try to talk to them. But we need to take some time. That's not necessarily, yes, we do the car stuff together. Yes, we do car shows together. But we need to take a little bit of time. So that's my commitment to you, is we're going to take, you know, once a month or whatever it works out to be. We're not always going to be running to a car show. We both do work full-time jobs. Share this video with your friends and get us to like big money subscribers, and then I'll promise you that I'll make content and all of that stuff, because I won't have a daily job other than this. But unfortunately right now we both do have full-time jobs, and this is kind of just a hobby. And fortunately and unfortunately, we're pretty decent at the podcasting, and it's opened up some doors for us, and we're excited to see where that takes us. But it also takes up a lot of the time that we're not at our normal jobs. And, you know, Ashley has taken on a lot, and I appreciate you for that, because I wouldn't have been able to do this without you.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I
So-
married a car.
Yeah, I'm a car. But, you know, and we look forward to getting out. I mean, we're still going to go to shows. We're going to try to make a couple out-of-state shows and try to just get more and more every year. But the way this first year went, the support that we had, meeting people, and, you know, I forget where we were at, but we were walking and somebody recognized me, and I was like, I'm like, oh, from YouTube. And I'm like, from YouTube? And it was not even YouTube, it was the Facebook Lives. Somebody had shared a Facebook Live, and they were, or I guess it might have been on
Yeah, I was
YouTube,
gonna
because we
say,
go
they're
live
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube too, but it was a live, and, you know, it was, you know, just somebody local that we'd never ran into, which is very weird because we live in a small town and I pretty much know everybody. So, you know, and we're still doing the cruise in. We did have to move it. We're going to move it again. We'll address that as it comes up. For right now, it's just a temporary spot till we can find somewhere to do a forever monthly cruise in. With the cruise in mind. For anyone that watches this that would like to come out to the cruise in, I want everyone to please understand that our cruise ins are not car shows. It's about getting together and hanging out with your buddies. So I have car friends that don't live right around the corner. I do have car friends that do live right around the corner. I'm definitely going to hang out with the ones that live closer than the ones further away more. So the cruise in is a good central location where everyone can come out, have a adult beverage if you want, have some good food, talk about projects, meet new people, catch up with old buddies. That's what it was designed for, and it's very, very good for that, as long as you keep that in mind. If you're coming to the cruise in because you think it's going to be a car show and it's for everybody coming to look at your car and all of that, that's not what it's about. That's not even what our show's about. Our show is just a bigger version of a cruise in, except for there are a couple trophies. We like to shout out our sponsors. You know, we like to show them a little bit of love because, you know, support those who support you. This weekend, it's going to be a killer time. Like I said, we got a whole bunch of raffle prizes. We got 50-50. We got three trophies. We got a podcast pick, a furthest driven, and that doesn't mean trailer it and then drive it off, and lady owned. But really excited. Gasser Garage is on their way with his girlfriend Misty's 53, towing a badass fucking slingshot dragster. I'm looking forward to actually meeting them in person. Randy's actually been on the podcast twice, so I must like him. Just kidding. I love every single one of our guests and every single person that's come on the podcast in 2024. Thank y'all all so much, because, I mean, really and truthfully, I don't think anybody tuned into me for, what are we up to, 75 episodes or something?
Something like that.
I
I
mean,
can't remember now.
Y'all wouldn't tune in to listen to me 75 times in a row with nobody else on. And it ain't my pretty face that y'all tune into. So we're going to try to still going to bring you lots of car content. We're going to switch it up a little bit where our show coverage is a little bit different. We went to Turkey Rod Run and we kind of used that as a vacation and actually getting back to the reason that we enjoy car shows. And that's hanging out with people and talking to people and hearing their stories and the road trips. And, I posted today on social media, when we started this, that's what I wanted. I wanted to show people like, hey, get out, drive your shit, load up, if you're a car guy, load up your old lady and go out to dinner or go on a cruise and make memories. Every time we get in these cars, and our cars are old, so that's what I'm basing this off of. But even in a new car, or a newer car, if you did stuff to it and you're proud of it, get out and enjoy it. We don't mess with the shiny stuff, but if shiny paint makes you happy, paint that joker. Part of the reason why I don't like shiny stuff is because a long time ago when I was growing up drag racing with my dad and Guy and Mike Birdshaw and all them guys that I grew up with, my dad always said, like, oh, you don't have to worry about the shiny race cars. You got to worry about the ones that ain't got paint on them. And I'd always be like, why? He goes, because he ain't had no money to paint that joker. So all the money he had went into making that joker fast. And I kind of do the same thing with the cars. Like, it ain't got to look pretty. It's just got to run good and serve the purpose. And sometimes that purpose is to push the envelope and make people wonder why. Sometimes it's push the envelope and, well, I wouldn't do it that way. And sometimes it's push the envelope and then whenever it gets done or you get halfway done with it, you're like, well, if I ever did this again, this is not the way I would do it. Which is kind of where the Model A got in 2024. And we're going to reset. It's a new project. I'm going to come up with a new name. And we're going to move forward. 2025 is it's going to be a good year. Really, really excited. And I hope that y'all tune in and, we'll take you along for this ride. If you see us, let us know. Drop some comments below in car shows. We are in Central Florida, so if it's in the state of Florida, you got a real good shot of us going to your car show. If you're a little bit further away and you just have to have us there, reach out to me and we'll figure out what needs to happen for one or both of us to come. I know you'd really prefer Ashley, but the one is probably going to be me. But Ashley does work from home, so she can make trips and still work. So that's one benefit of that. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe if you're on the YouTube channel. If you're listening to the podcast, please like, comment, share it. Give us 5 stars or 2 stars or whatever you think we're worth. Thanks, everyone, for giving us a chance. Thanks. I want to say again, thank you, baby, for giving me a chance to do this.
Of course.
And I want to thank every single one of y'all that has commented, has posted, has shared our stuff. I'm so, so grateful for y'all. And I'm also grateful for the advertisers on our podcast. With that being said, make sure you go show BP Custom some love on Facebook.
And check out Throttle Addict using code word HOTROD for 15% off.
Make sure you go show Johnny Jalopy some love, Facebook, Instagram, and JohnnyJalopy.com. And he will have some stuff at the raffle for our show.
Heck yeah. And Low Income Clothing, Low Income Photos, also Brahmagan Media on Facebook, Instagram, father-son duo, living it up. So go check them out.
Make sure you go show Wrenching for the Future some love, Facebook, TikTok. And they're doing awesome stuff. I hope to one day be able to help them out on a build. Maybe in 2025, who knows?
And be sure to check out Ty Blends from Top Notch Barber Studio. You can find him on Instagram or Ty Blends1 on Booksy.com.
All
to
right.
book an appointment.
and our awesome food vendors for the hangout this Saturday, 10 to 4. I don't know what's up with the Facebook. Some people got a notification that the times were different. It is not. It is 10 to 4. Big Daddy Don Garlits, Bellevue, Florida. Our food vendors are Rat Rod Woodfire Pizza. You can find him on Facebook, ratrodswoodfirepizza.com, Rudy's Delicious Dogs, and Donut Envy of Gainesville. They got awesome lemonade. I'm pretty sure their donuts are kick-ass too. Looking forward to trying all of that. And a little birdie told me that there may be some empanadas there. All right, guys, gals. Thank y'all so much again. 2024 has been awesome. 2025 is going to be even better. We're still learning. Give us a like. Share it with your friends. Or wait till we get a little better. I understand. But till next time, guys, make sure you get out and drive your shit.
See ya.
Later.